Alright, so here's the lava rock added to both totes. I have holes along the bottom in each of them, and now I have the big bag of perlite that I will put in there. And so I probably want about a foot or so of perlite. I might do a little bit more actually. And I think basically as long as the perlite is wicking up water, you should be fine. So, let's see if I can move this one-handed. But that's the overall process. Let's take out some of these beds right here. I just had mint growing in there to kind of capture some of the nutrients and whatnot. Working pretty well. See if I can set this down for a second while I place it in there. So quite a solid fit. The perlite level is about the same as that pot, and I know that pot's working. So the water should go up inside the tote, and the water will just wick up, and we can place cuttings in there and then easily pull them in and out of this thing. And let me see if I can get an example of something that's rooted, and you know when you pull on it, it's going to give you some resistance. This is red elderberry right here. Okay, so this one. So I have this plant right here. It's giving resistance. Let's see if I can shake it up or something. So that was quite low. Voila. So you have your new plant. You could let it root out a little bit more or actually pot this up. And in this case, I'm going to put it back just so I don't lose this plant, but this is black elderberry. You could grow it out in the shade for a couple weeks, and then you'll have a brand new plant that you can put anywhere you want. So that is the process of building a plant propagation perlite tote. And we'll do some more videos actually putting these in practice, and I think this is probably the way to go over a traditional lava rock bed. Just seems like it works better. So with that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you later.